Okay, well, just briefly, turn that up a little bit. I talked to my parents. I talked to my parents on on Sundays. I'm a very scheduled person. I am getting my haircut tomorrow, in case you're wondering. But I talked to my parents on Sunday, and my mom told me that they watched the video of me. Well, it kind of was a joke, but it was the truth about the whistler on the airplane. And then she said that my dad couldn't stop laughing, and he was laughing so hard that his whole face turned red. And that made me happy. I think making people laugh is a real nice thing. I liked making my dad laugh, even though I wasn't there through via video. And Friday is the wolf moon. And well, let's do some yoga. We'll start in the seated. I'm going to scoot back. Once we get seated, if we're not currently seated, that's far enough. And we can turn the legs in, cross them however is easy for you. We're going to sit up tall. Just take a moment. Well, let's do some moving and breathing, and then I got a couple others that I am craving. So we're going to breathe in, reaching all the way up. And we're going to breathe out, bringing the hands down. And then the breathing is in the nose all the way up. Thank you for coming this evening, and breathing out all the way down and breathing in all the way up. A couple more of these. In breath all the way up. Out breath all the way down. In breath all the way up. Out breath all the way down. A couple more. And thank you to everyone watching these on the replay on YouTube. I appreciate that it's being actually used in a service. Excellent. Let's have the arms down for just a moment. And then we're going to reach the right arm out in front of us with the fingers pointing in the downward, and we're going to grab those fingers and pull back. Try not to let your right shoulder jump up too much, and think about your thumb pointing out to the side. We're going to breathe here. If I can feel my thumb right back here, crazy man. We're going to breathe. Very nice. Let's do the other side. Left out. Why is that pinky out so far? Bring it in and pull that back. Thumb rotating back. When I rotate this thumb back, I feel it more here. Very interesting. We keep breathing in and out through the nose. Deliberate, long breath for the entire hour for the most part. Good. Right hand down, a little bit out from the hip, straight arm, left palm facing the sky. We're going to come up and over with that long reaching. And we keep the arm on the ground straight, or the arm with the hand on the ground. You could look up along the elbow and breathe here. If it bothers your neck, just go ahead and look forward. No big deal. Great. Other side, left hand down, and then the right arm's coming up and over. Oh yeah, I really feel this right side. And we're going to look up along the elbow, feeling the body and feeling the tightness of the body or whatever's going on with that stretch, and then putting the breath on that. It's really a nice part of the inner conversation, the body awareness and contemplation, and it's really the drawing us inward. It's so many multi-levels. Very nice. We're going to stand and do some of our standing warm-up. So I'm going a bit back here. No rush. Feet about the distance to say the hips. And we're going to swing the arms forward. Breathing. Core can be engaged on this. Excellent. Opposite direction, please. And yes, across the front, we shall switch which hand is on the top. Which arm actually is on the top too, not just the hand. Right, hands on the hips, hips around, head trying to stay there in the middle. So we're moving mostly in the center of the body where the hips are. And then opposite direction, please. Good. We're going to step the right foot directly over the left. And we're going to forward fold, but not all the way. You don't want your hands to touch the ground. So resist the full forward fold. It's not hard for me, but some of you are very flexible. And then we're going to circle in the arms. And that's why we want to stay up so we can get that motion. So the fingers can be as close to the ground as you want, but just enough so that they're not being stopped. Great, and then we're going to step the left foot over the right, or whatever the opposite turned out to be for you. And then we do the pendulum. And engage the core when you stand. Excellent. Feet together, big toes touching, ankles a little bit apart. I like thumbs out. It's your choice. We're going to breathe in as we reach up and look up, prayer to the coming moon full, and we forward fold. Try to keep the legs in the direction straight. If the hands get down, great. Otherwise, on the shins, we look up, shoulder blades together. Forward fold on the out breath. All the way back up, reaching out and up. Hands in prayer. They now come down through the heart center, pushing into the earth. We're going to circle all the way back up on the in breath. Breathing out, forward folding again, fingers low. We look up, flatten the back. Forward fold, out breath. Up again to the sky, reaching out and up. Down through the heart center. All the way back up on the in breath through the nose. Breathing out, forward folding, fingers low again. We look up, shoulder blades pulling together and forward fold. Back up, here we go. Down through the heart center and all the way back up on the in-breath. Breathing out, forward folding again, please. We're going to look up and let's step back, top of push-up. Tighten the core, tighten the legs. We'll hang out here for a moment. We continue the breath though, even when the body's not moving. And when you're ready, we lower down, drop down, up dog. We're on the laces part of the feet. The legs are tight. The waist is hovering, third eye looking, and then down dog, pulling up and back. Feet 2 fists apart. You could bend one leg, push the opposite heel towards down. Right, let's walk our way up to the top of the mat, feet back together, fingers low, we look up, forward fold, back up to the ceiling, hands in prayer above the head, come down through the heart center, back up on the in-breath, breathing out, forward folding again, fingers low, we look up, lengthen the tail through the eyeballs, step back again, top of tight plank, lower drop, up dog rolling forward and down dog pulling up and back. Nice. You could stay still, or if you prefer, up on the toes on the in-breath, down with the heels on the out-breath. And we're going to breathe here. We're looking at knees or navel, even if you're moving. Great. Step or jump, top of the mat. We look up. We forward fold, all the way back up, reaching out and up. Again, hands in prayer down through the heart center, all the way back up on the in-breath. Breathing out, forward folding, fingers low. We look up, We step back again, top of push-up, lower drop, up dog, tight legs, down dog, looking at navel. We breathe here. Hands flat on the mat, middle finger straight forward, hands about the distance of the shoulders. Good, step or jump, top of the mat, toes together. We look up, we forward fold. Let's come all the way up, hands in prayer to the ceiling for a moment. If you want to arch back, lift the heart. And then let's bring the arms right down at the sides. Excellent. We're going into the next section. We go with chair. Let the knees fall together. Good. Up, over, forward, folding, fingers low. We look up. We're stepping again, top of push-up. We lower drop. Up dog. Down dog. Right foot stepping for warrior one. Left foot turns out. Knee over the ankle. Arms up. The back foot about 45 degrees upward pointing. Let's reach the left arm forward and push into the left foot in the back there. Couple of breaths. Good, touch the ceiling. And then again, hands back down, step back. Lower drop, up dog, down dog. Left foot, please step in, right foot pivots out, knee over the ankle. Arms up initially, and then when you're ready, we bring that right arm forward. We take a couple of breaths here, we push into the right foot. Great, touch the ceiling. Again, hands down, stepping back. We lower drop, up dog, and we breathe here in down dog. All right, step or jump, top of the mat. We look up, we forward fold, feet and knees together, sitting in chair and standing shoulders back. Great, we shall continue, sitting in chair. Nice, up, over, forward folding. We look up, stepping top of push-up again, lower drop, up dog, down dog. Right foot for warrior one, back up. We're going to take a little more time on this. Hands in prayer above the head. We're going to look up, pull the core in and up. It's early, but if you like, arch back and lift the heart a little bit. It's only one sequence early. Good, hands back down, step back, lower drop, up dog, down dog. And left foot stepping, right foot turns out. And again, hands in prayer. In India, we arch back on every single one of them. I just thought it's kind of nice to warm up into it. Your choice. If you want to arch back, we lift the heart. Great. Hands down again, stepping back. We lower drop, up dog, and down dog. And we're going to breathe here. Good, step, jump, top of the mat. We look up and forward fold. Feet and knees sitting in chair. And standing, shoulders back, tight core. Okay, here we go again, sit in chair. Good, up, over, forward, folding. We look up, we're stepping back, we lower drop, up dog, down dog. Let's do warrior two. Right foot stepping. You can do a little longer stance for warrior two if you like. And arms out over the feet, knee over the ankle, core in. We're going to breathe here. We're going to turn that right hand so the palm faces the ceiling. And we're going to arch back, barely touching the back leg. Core is still engaged. We're still breathing. Looking up along the elbow. Great. Hands down again. Stepping back. We lower, drop. Up dog. Down dog. Left foot, warrior two. Back up. We take a few breaths here. We drop the shoulders. We hold the core like we're holding the shoulders with the core, lifting it up a bit. And turn that palm in the front to face the ceiling. And we arch back again. Keep the knee over the ankle. Very nice. Hands down again, stepping back. We lower, drop, up dog, and down dog, and great. Breathing here. Good. Step, jump, top of the mat, toes together. We're going to look up. The forward fold. Feet and knees together. Let's sit in chair, but with cactus arms. Take a moment here. And we're going to take the right elbow outside of the left leg. If the left knee came back, pull it forward so that the knees are even. And hands in prayer pulling towards the chest, fingers to the face. You could open the arms if you prefer. I like the leverage of pushing my elbow onto this leg. I feel it in that spot where I told you earlier, I felt my thumb in my back. Good. Forward fold or hang out for a moment. Good. Chair again with the cactus arms. And now we'll do the opposite, left or whatever it is for you. If that right knee pulled back, pull it forward so they're even. Hands in prayer, pull into the sternum, fingers in the face. The right shoulder rotates back, and whatever you did on the other side. Great. Let's forward fold. Take the feet apart. You can grab elbows or prayer and just hang down a bit. You're welcome to bounce. If you bounce, you change the breath a little bit. Every downward drop is an out breath. And let's come all the way up to the ceiling with the hands. And then all the way back down. Peace fingers under the big toes, thumbs touching, elbows pulling out and away, top of the head down, breathing here. It's okay if the legs are bent to get a hold of the toes, and maybe they'll go straight, maybe they won't. It's just we're breathing and pushing into our edge a little bit. Wherever that edge happens to be, don't matter. Good. Back up to the ceiling. And back down. Hands under feet. Again, I'm definitely bending legs on this one for myself. Up to you. Top of the head towards down. If you want more, pull up on the feet a bit. Great. Let's stand and we'll take a moment at the top of the mat. And we're going to pivot through the standing series. Left foot is stepping back about the distance of one of our legs. I can go back further. Front foot forward, back foot about 45 degrees. We bring the arms out. And then on the out breath, we're going to reach out and then right hand down, left arm up, triangle. You can do palms out and away. You want the shoulders stacked over the knee. We're going to breathe here. Great, let's come up, we'll do our first pivot a little slow. So right toes to 45 degrees, so they're pointed up that way. Left toes straight out the back. Now we're gonna reach out over the left foot and we get triangle on the other side. And if it doesn't bother your neck, we're looking up to the hand. You kind of see your thumb. The nose is pointing kind of at the thumb. Or at least the right eyeball for me. Great, back up. We pivot again, left toes 45, right toes out. Let's shorten the stance a tiny bit. And then we're going to reach that left arm forward with the torso coming slightly down towards the earth. And for our twist, left hand on the right shin or the back of the hand, right arm up, if the legs are straight and the feet are flat, and get that hand all the way down on the mat. Outside is a little tough, inside, your choice. Good, back up. We're going to pivot to the other side. Right toes 45, left toes out. Right arm reaches out with the torso coming down a bit. And then right hand on the left shin, left arm up. Whatever you did on the other side, see if you can get a duplicate. Very nice. Up again. We pivot again. Left toes 45, right toes out. Let's re-lengthen the stance for a warrior two. Knee back over the ankle, arms back out over the feet. And we're going to do extended side angle. So we can start with the center of the forearm on the leg, left arm up and over. Those of you that prefer to put the right hand on the ground are welcome to. And we're going to breathe here. Good, back to warrior two. We'll straight that right leg so we can pivot. Right toes 45, left toes out. Warrior two, pointing to the back. And when you're ready, forearm on the leg, right arm up and over. We breathe here. Good. We're coming straight up into horse. We're going to turn this toes display, the knees open. We're going to hold the ceiling. We'll do the twist a little bit later when we get on the ground. Good, straight the legs. We turn the feet to run straight forward, so the outside edges of your feet are kind of to the outside edges of the mat, the same. And straight up on the in-breath, straight down on the out-breath.
If the fingers don't get down, try taking the feet further apart. We're gonna stay here. Thank you. Good, back up. We're gonna reach out to the ends of the fingers. And then behind the back, we'll intertwine those fingers, palms together if you want to release that tension in the upper back or a bit apart, up to you. And we forward fold again, arms come up off the back, a little lot. Don't bite too much, just a little push into the edge. Good, up again to the ceiling with the hands all the way up this time. And then all the way back down, we're grabbing shins, ankles, or big toes with the peace fingers. No matter what you got, pull the elbows away from the ears, lengthen the back through the crown of the head down to the mat, almost on the line of the big toes again. We stay down low, both hands over to the right, left shoulder under and through. And over to the other side, right shoulder under and through. Good, and back up, and we're gonna shorten the stance to about 3.5 feet, your comfort level. Right toes straight to the front, back foot 45 degrees. We're doing pyramid. I like the arms out for the rotation of the torso, so the shoulders are the same as the front of the mat. We grab the elbows or reverse prayer. We look up, shoulder blades together, maintain the shoulder blades together as best you can. We're gonna forward fold, looking at the right foot. And you could stay right here, or you could hop up into warrior 3. And Ardha Chandrasana, if you like, right hand down, left arm up. I'm going to skip it tonight, but you're welcome to switch the hands for Pavrita Ardha Chandrasana. And let's put that left foot back where it was. And we pivot, right toes 45, left toes out, and arms out again for the rotation. Behind the back, elbows, reverse prayer. We look up, and then we come down into pyramid for a few breaths right here. And if you like, up to warrior 3. And if you like, Ardha Chandrasana. You're welcome to switch the hands. We'll stay a little longer. Very nice. Let's stand. And you could move around a little bit if you like. And then find a place where you got stable ground. So I like to be off the mat when the mat's on the carpeting for the balancing. Bare floor is even really nice too. We're going to do tree standing on the left foot. We're going to lift the right leg up. You can just hold it there. You could lock it there. You could put the leg out in the front. Hands to the heart or all the way up. Breathing here. Find your drishti, your visual lock. I'm staring at my camera on the top of the laptop. Top of the laptop. Great, let's do the other side, standing on the right, we lift the left. And whatever you did, if you can get a copy of that. We'll take some time breathing here. We still are standing tall. The instinct, I think, when you are losing the balance is to come down smaller because it does help with the balance to be kind of closer to the earth, but see if you can pull a little bit against that. Great, let that down, move around. We're gonna do one here that we don't always do. We're gonna do the twist one. So standing on the left, we're gonna lift the right knee up and the left hand's gonna grab the right knee, other hand on the hip. This is a great place to stay. And if you like, you can reach back, you can look back, you can grab the big toe and extend the leg, but keep standing tall up that left foot to the top of your head. Very nice, let that down, we move around a bit, and then let's stand on the right. We're gonna lift the left, right hand grabs the knee, other hand on the hip. Again, if you want to reach back or look back, or if you want to extend the leg, we're gonna breathe here. Excellent, let that down. With the feet about the distance of the hips, we are coming down into our squat. Oh, that was a loud ankle. And elbows into the legs, hands in prayer, lengthen up the back. We'll take a few breaths here tonight. You do have time, and you don't even need to make time, but if you want to do headstand or crow, catch up when you catch up. I'm going to stay right here. I do my headstands in the morning. Not that I couldn't do them here too, but I already got that checked off the list. Good, hands in prayer straight forward. We're coming all the way up to the ceiling, core in and up, and then back down, hands in prayer straight forward. And then all the way up again, back down, hands in prayer straight forward, and all the way up again. Good, and back down. We are coming to hands and knees for a bit of cat and cow. Knees 2 fists apart, hips over the knees, shoulders over the wrists, middle finger straight forward. Belly drops down, third eye looking. The breathing out, we arch the back. You could close your eyes on this one because it's so much movement. Again, it's up to you. Most of the other poses have open eye spots, but this one, it's optional. Eyes closed, I do, because you can get dizzy kind of with all the movement. Good, back to center. Let's look over the right shoulder. We should see the tail, or try to rather. And then over to the other side. Great, so back to center. Let's step the right foot top of the mat. Could scoot a little forward, and we're going to reach the arms up like a big funnel here. We'll take a few breaths here, letting the hips hang down on the ground. Good, so for our twist, left elbow outside of the leg is cement, hands in prayer into the chest. And I'm gonna stay here with the knee down. You're welcome to roll back on the ball of the left foot if you like. Straighten the leg, lifting the knee. Great. Hands down, let's switch sides. Right knee back, left foot forward, arms up for the initial moment here, or longer than that, a couple of breaths. Now we twist, right elbow outside, hands in prayer, and whatever you do on the other side, if you lifted the knee rolling onto the ball or the foot, you're welcome to. Excellent. Switch sides again. We got another one. Right foot up to the top, knee in the back there, arms straight up to the ceiling on this one. We're taking several breaths right like this. And down on the inside, you could just have hands down. You could bring the hands forward, put the elbows down. Keep your right knee pulling against the shoulder. And if the foot needs to come out a little bit so that the knee stays over the ankle, you can bring it out depending on the measurements of your body. We're breathing here. Good. Let's switch the legs. Left foot up there at the top. We'll start with the hands up though. We'll take a couple of moments in that opening spot. Good. And then again on the inside down. And if you need to bring the foot a little bit further out so you keep that knee over the ankle. If the elbows go down, and we keep the knee pulling against the shoulder. Good. One more in the hands and knees sequence. We're going to turn the right hand in to face the left. We're going to keep that hand there at least initially. And the left arm is going to feed through coming onto the shoulder. For me, I'm going to stay here. So I'm going to bring my hand about 2 inches further out and push on the mat, get in that rotation. If you prefer to come up and around, you're welcome to. We're going to breathe here. Good. Back up. We're gonna do the other side, left hand turning in and right hand feeding through, down. You can make the hand adjustment if you're gonna stay with the hand down or come around the back if you prefer. Back to hands and knees. We're gonna step back to the top push up. We're gonna lower drop, up dog, down dog. And we're gonna hold the right leg up for a couple of breaths. You bend that leg, opening up the hip. And then we're gonna throw that shin top of the mat, scoot the left leg back, you could lift the heart. And then ultimately, forearms down, head down, and we're gonna breathe here. Great, hands on top of the mat again. We step back, you could shake that leg if you like. Top of push up with lower drop. Up dog, third eye, down dog, and left foot up, please. And again, you can bend that leg, opening up. And we throw that shin top, scoot the right leg back, heart lifting, and then forearms and head down. And we breathe here. Good, hands down again, last of the vinyasa stuff, top of push up, we lower drop, up dog, and down dog. Very nice, let's sit down, and let's do legs straight out in front today, if you don't mind. And we're gonna breathe in, touch the sky, we're gonna breathe out, down the toes, all the way back up on the in-breath, and over and over with the out-breath on the downward fold. Good, touch the ceiling. And then let's bring the arms down, and we're gonna walk the hands back so the hands are sitting under the shoulders. But the fingers are still pointing straight forward up towards the feet, so the thumbs are kind of pointing towards your tail. And we are gonna do reverse plank, lifting the hips, pointing the toes a little bit. And then right back down. And when we come down, we're gonna bring the soles of the feet together. We're gonna pull them in real tight. And left hand grabs the small toes, right hand on top. We're gonna imagine our backs against the wall, shoulders against the wall, back of the head against the wall. You could butterfly the legs if you like. We're gonna breathe here. Great, let's forward fold, elbows pushing against the legs, trying to put our heart towards the big toes. And breathing here. Good, back up. Let's cross the legs. If you prefer to do the twist that we normally do, you're welcome to do that. Otherwise, I'm going to do a different twist tonight. We're going to start legs simply crossed. Don't force anything. Just turn the feet in. And we're going to put the hands on the shoulders with the fingers pointing down the front and thumbs down the back. And core in so the spine is long and straight. And then turning to one side and then the other side. And we'll put an in breath on one side and out breath on the other. And if one side seems tighter, put the out breath on the side that's tighter. You could also do goddess arms or paddle arms all the way out. That's a lot of leverage. All right, right hand's going to grab the left knee. Left hand can either go right behind you or come all the way around and grab your shirt or your pocket or your leg. And we sit up tall here. Great, all the way over to the other side, please. Left hand grabs the knee and then again, grabbing something as you come around the back. You could just keep the hand right behind you too, like 6 inches out from the tail like the other one. Great, back to center. Let's do both legs out in front, but keep them bent so we have the heels on the mat. So we're going to do our core work. We bring the arms under the legs. We roll back on the tail. You could stay here. You could let go. You could straighten the legs, hands in prayer, third eye of the toes, or behind the head's a lot of work. I'm keeping legs bent. We're going to stay here. We got 5. Great, cross the legs, grab the shins, sit up nice and tall. Great, we got 2 here. Back up. Cross the legs, sit up tall. And 3, up again. Cross the legs, sit up tall. And 4. Cross the legs, we sit up again. Great, last one, back up. All right, let's hug the knees in and we're going to lie down. Those of you that want to do Urdhva Dhanurasana are welcome to. The rest of us are going to do bridge, feet down flat, feet on knees, 2 fists apart, longest finger almost touching the heel. We're going to lift the hips, tuck the shoulders, intertwine the fingers, push the arm down, the hips up, and we breathe here. Very nice. Back down. Let's hug the knees in again and grab the shins if you can with the forearms and pull the knees kind of down. Well, we're pulling the shins down so the knees are coming closer to the body. Great. And for those of you that want to go upside down, you can always lay against the wall with your feet up, but otherwise we are starting with plow, kicking the feet up and over the head. I'm gonna keep my hands on my back tonight, but you could intertwine the fingers and push the arms down. And we're gonna breathe here, be nice to the neck. Don't force anything there. And if your hands are not on the back, let's place them there now. Fingers pointing to the spine, thumbs coming around the front. If you want to scooch the elbows in closer to the distance of the shoulders, it's better to do it before the feet are up and then up with the feet. And again, if you're bent like at the waist here, a lot less pressure on the neck, which is good. If you can go straight, that's cool. But if there's pressure on the head, you can also bring the feet more out over the elbows or even slightly beyond the elbows. Regardless, we're going to stay here for several breaths. Let's bend the legs, bring the knees down towards the ears. Then we're going to roll down into a dead bug, head on the ground, soles of the feet up, knees in the armpits. You could stay still or rock around a bit if you prefer. Great. Knees into the chest. We're going to hold the shins so that the knees stay together, like we got pencils on the knees up to the sky. We draw circles on the sky with those pencils. And you can, however it feels good to you, if you want to do them really wide, or if you want to do them kind of short, you can even do both. We got time. And then the opposite direction, please. Great. Back to center, arms out like a T. If you can put it on an out breath, that's cool. Let the knees fall to the right as you look to the left. Right hand can hold the knees down. We're going to take a nice long hold here. Good. Let's come up and then over, please, to the other side. Good. Back to center. Hug the knees into your chest. Make yourself a coming out. So I'm going to sit us in a 5-minute meditation. You're welcome to lay down in the meditation if you prefer, like more traditional final rest. I'm going to sit, and I'm going to sit on my rolled up mat. Set my timer. I just watch the clock here. And for the sitting, legs crossed. Intertwine fingers, thumbs touching or one hand on top of the other, shoulders back, core a bit in, chin just slightly to the chest, eyes gently closed. You become aware of the body breathing itself, and you can do that even if you're laying down. We're going to try to put all of our focus just on the body, taking care of business. And we'll be here about 5 minutes. If you chose to lay down and you want to finish out with us, please roll up to a seated position. If you're super comfortable, stay laying down. It's excellent. And once you're sitting, we're going to bring the hands to the heart center, making a bit of fire. Great. And then arms up into the sky like a big funnel. We're going to take a breath in through the nose. We're going to breathe in more through the mouth and even more. Hold the breath, tighten the core, tighten the legs, lift the floor. And then everything must go. Ah. You're living your dream, don't miss it. Namaste. Thank you so much for coming out on this rainy Los Angeles evening. It is danieloverberger.com. You can find links to my Venmo and PayPal there. If Venmo asks you for the last 4 digits of the phone number, it's a 5118. I had to think about that. And let me end the recording.